What's up, everyone? I'm Austin Rose here with Into the Pine. We do the Into the Pines Between Two Skis podcast. And I'm here with the one and the only Trent Walker.
What's up, guys?
Right? And we're excited today. You know, we've been doing some podcasting for about 2 years now about ski equipment and everything. And Trent and I have really been wanting to share some more videos with you on how to do ski repair. Because people are asking these things, you know? Want to know how to fix them all.
Yeah, ski repair from edges to base welds.
Right.
And then we've also gotten other questions that we can answer easier with videos. So we're hoping to make more of these.
Definitely. And today we're excited because we are going to do a little, what do you call
Kind of
it?
like a fun, not as serious, like a reaction video.
Reaction video,
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to be showing you guys some of the top ski repair videos on YouTube right now. You know, there's tons of videos out there when you want to know how to fix skis. And we just want to show our reactions to some of these because some are great ideas and others are terrible.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so fresh reactions.
Yes.
Let's see what is the best repairs on YouTube, what's the right way to do it, and let's see like what's totally fake. Right?
Like there's no way.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's hop in. Okay. So this first one is DIY fixing a broken ski.
Okay.
This is a YouTube short with 7,000 views posted a year ago. So quick little one. Let's take a look at this. Looks like we're gonna have some P-texing work done.
Yes.
Okay.
Right off the bat, I see we've got structure on the ski. So it's either brand new
Yes.
or this ski was tuned super well before, right? That structure isn't something that you normally get.
Yeah.
So he either messed up his brand new ski or he's tuning a brand new ski for the video.
Right. So let's see what's going on. Okay.
Where did he ski? That's my first question, dude.
How much P-tex and then it's just all gone.
Yeah.
Like, you could just be watching this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's so much P-tex.
Okay.
It's almost as new. It's almost as new again. Okay. Okay. At first I was like, am I reading that wrong?
Right? So, I don't know. My first
mean-
look is like, we do see a massive, like, deep hit on the skis.
like
needing
huge.
P-tex. Almost to the point where I'm like, do you need base repair?
Yeah.
Because it's looking pretty deep and massive. Right? My first thought is, like you said, like, where did you even ski? Because, like, it's hard to do a hit like that big, specifically on skis. Like, going off a cliff or something, you know?
He must have been like, I'm going to hit this rock on purpose, and then didn't realize how little coverage there is. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right. But with that aside, I mean, repairing the ski, he did it right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could critique, like what you were saying, is there were a couple spots where I was like, that's pretty deep. You could probably base weld those deeper spots.
Yes.
And then P-tex. But, I mean, when it came to the P-tex, there was a ton of it, but it looks like he filled in every spot.
Yeah, he hit it all pretty good. I mean, there are a few divots you can see that looks like he might needed to just go a little higher and rescore or something.
Yeah.
And then the amount of P-tex on this ski, like the entire thing was covered, which reminds me of like doing rental skis at a ski shop where people just thrash them. At that point, what you're not seeing is that he's not just scraping the ski and being like, okay, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, definitely there's got to be like a base grind involved with this to get it back down to a structured look and smooth that ski out completely. I mean, if you didn't base grind this, like, it's just completely unlevel.
Yes,
Like-
I was just going to say that. This level of P-tex needs to be finished with a base grind.
Yeah.
It needs to be finished with a base grind because if not, it's not going to be level. It's going to be really wonky in some areas. And if you base grind it, it'll make everything really smooth and even. Finish that off with some wax, you're golden.
Exactly. So we're going to do thumbs up or thumbs down, yay or nay, on how to do a good P-tex repair.
From home, I'm going to give him a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I think that was
Yay.
good.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We've got here, do-it-yourself base grind.
This looks wild. I'm actually pretty excited for this one.
Make sure you're the fastest on the groomers, right? This is what it says.
Wow, okay.
So let's take a look and see what we think about this do-it-yourself base grind.
14,000 views 1 year ago.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
twice as many views as the last one, right? People are wondering about base grinds on your board or skis. I will tell you right now, do-it-yourself base grind is like a warning word in my vocabulary. Like, usually you don't base grind yourself. There are some small ways to do it. So,
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm super curious.
All right. Let's see this.
What's up, y'all? This is the Fact Totem Project. Today I'm going to show you how to do a base grind. First thing you're going to want to do is grab yourself a beer.
Yeah,
Let's start it.
That's great,
Great.
right?
Make sure you get yourself a nice set of safety glasses.
Those are
Grab a
sunglasses.
battery and the trusty angle grinder. So I like to use a low grit sandpaper. The bigger grit will create deeper grooves for the wax to set into.
I don't
Get your
know.
beer out of the way so you don't
Okay,
get...
power tools and
What?
beer, not a great idea.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No.
long strokes.
No.
I can't.
Grab yourself an iron and wax.
I want to
Get it really
I want to
thick
see
on
it
there.
done.
Just start working that wax into those grooves.
Oh,
Make sure it's nice
Into the
and
grooves.
thick. Whatever
So
color your wax
so
is, you
it
want
is
that
no
to be
longer
thick.
level,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
It is no
Make sure
longer
your
level
wax
at
spread
all.
thickly over the whole board. Just put it away, and when you're ready to rip, just scrape it off and go ride.
I
Cheers.
don't know.
What's up?
Cheers, yo.
Yeah, I think the beer did not help
Yeah.
his judgment on this. I'm just gonna be straight
So-
honest with you.
From what I could see, it looks like he had almost like rivets through, or like divots, right?
He did.
And that's terrible.
Horrifying.
Because the whole point of a base grind is to make the board or ski as level as possible.
100%.
He did the opposite of that and literally put in imperfections
Yeah.
into his board.
Literally angle grinders. I mean, you can do a lot with them, but like you're gonna see these meant for like working with metal,
Yeah.
not plastic base material. And using the sander, he didn't even say what sand and grit he did, but you can see the rivets
Yeah.
from the angle grinder, and then just pushing and
Hard pushes.
riveting out this ski or this snowboard. Yeah.
Well, here's the other
That's-
thing that I
that's scary.
think that a ton of people don't realize is like their base material isn't infinite, right?
No.
If you're just grinding it and grinding it and grinding it, eventually you're gonna run out of base material and it's gonna be weak and brittle.
Yep.
And so that's wild. I was thinking when we first saw it, I was thinking like, you know those we had like an extra credit thing in 7th grade where we could go and like sand graffiti off desks. And it's like an electric sander that's like zzz. I was thinking it was gonna be like that, and you're just gonna kind of go slowly and do some of this
Right.
and then go to the next one like you're mowing a lawn.
Yeah.
That is not what happened.
Like a finishing sander or
Yeah.
a random
Yeah.
orbital sander. Now, I mean, I would never do my own power tool on a ski or snowboard. You're gonna ruin it. Like,
Your power
don't
tool
do
or your
it.
ski or snowboard.
like I would probably both. No, you're gonna ruin your ski or snowboard.
Okay.
Right? If you were to do one, it would be a sander,
Yeah.
not an angle grinder.
Oh my-
Hence
that
the
was
term
wild.
grinder.
That was wild.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm wondering how many people watch this were influenced by it and then were like, I'm gonna go buy
Yes.
this and just shred.
Yep. And I do have to add, when he was talking about filling the crevices with wax, like these
Yeah.
little rivets, that's not what you want to do. This is why we P-tex it to get it level.
Yes.
Because when you have extra wax in there, it doesn't help you go faster. It
No,
slows you
it's
down.
gonna slow you down.
Right?
Yep.
And it's just gonna like rip, that wax just kind of rips out of it. So
Yep.
he literally just created a problem and then tried to fix it with wax, which is not the right fix.
Right. Well, and then he also said like the higher grit makes it so that it absorbs more wax. That is not true.
No.
That is not true
Yeah.
at all. Because if you think about like a stone and it's got holes in it, like an igneous, right? Those
Yep.
have holes in it. And you sand it down. Those holes aren't getting like any bigger. You're just
That
like getting
Doesn't change
lower.
the pores.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yep.
wild to me. Okay, that
I'm
was
gonna go
a good-
ahead and I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
nay.
thumbs down. No shot. That
You
was
know,
crazy.
Good to put out more views on skis, snowboards on
Yeah.
YouTube's, but
Get people
YouTube-
interested.
Yeah, but this is not the video.
Yeah. That's wild.
All right, I've got another one here. Let's see. These skis are destroyed. Let's fix that.
It's a faction ski.
It's a faction ski.
Let me preface, I feel like faction skis get beat up the most.
Oh, yeah.
Like hands down, if you see a ski destroyed, it's 90% of the time it's a faction.
Now, faction, that's not to say there's something wrong with the quality of ski faction
Not at all.
makes. I would even go to say more skiers that ride faction are generally doing like park and bigger hits and stuff.
Exactly.
They're just
That's
pushing
right
them.
on.
So, right, they just take a
They're-
beating.
Their target market is just more aggressive
Yes.
than
Yeah.
like your lawyer on a Nordica Enforcer, you
Yes.
know?
Exactly. All right, let's take a look.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
No way.
Total separation.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Top sheet's coming off, base is coming off.
Like, yes,
Yes! Yay!
yes, that's
Yay!
amazing. Oh my gosh. Now the reason that's so good and that we like cheered is because if a ski like that came into Austin and I shop, the fix would cost as much as a new pair of skis.
And
Right?
and
Like-
it wouldn't even work as well.
No, it wouldn't. Like just buy a new pair.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
And I love that because, like you said, this is something that we have seen in
Yes.
shops. It's not like, at first you think it's going to be kind of dumb, but really, like, people come in and have total top sheet separations.
Right.
And usually it's, like, not a great ski, like, or, like, something from, like, Walmart or,
Yeah.
a second-hand pair of skis or something. Nothing wrong with that, but the quality's not there.
Right.
And you want to fix it. And literally, when you think about the way skis are built or snowboards, whatever, you got all your different layers, your base material, your core, your fiberglass, and then your top sheet, and you epoxy and press them together, right? So to do this, to fix it, is literally like putting it in a ski press and like making a new ski.
Right. Well, and then with that too, like you see the crack towards the tail, right?
Oh yeah, it's
That, like, let's say you fix it. There has got to be contaminants in that wood now,
oh yeah,
right? And
Oh,
like
the core's
moisture,
broken.
yeah, like you're so, like, just get a new ski.
yeah. Don't fix that.
Oh my gosh.
Great advice.
Wow.
Thumbs up or
Wow.
thumbs down.
Two
Yay.
thumbs up. That was
Yay.
unreal.
All right. Okay. So,
What else you got?
all right. Okay. So we got a new video here. How to repair your ski edge. #ski.
Hashtag ski.
Okay. This is exciting.
Edge repair shorts, like, shouldn't be going together.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested how this is going to
This
fly.
usually takes a long time to
Yes.
show how to do an edge repair. All right. Let's see.
Some Vaseline and make sure you get it on the parts you
Vaseline.
don't want to fix for your skis. And then you're going to use
Okay.
this Gorilla Glue epoxy. You're going to get it into that edge. Try not to be too messy here.
Okay. Whoa.
Epoxying the
Get it in
camera.
there.
So you're just getting the epoxy in between the edge
Yeah.
and the sidewall.
Pre-pound it back in with your hammer. Just wipe all of the excess off. And then let that fully cure. You should be good to go.
Well, okay.
Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. So, looks like I don't see any edge breaking.
So what I presume is that he's got some delam more
Yes.
than breaking.
Yes.
Right, and so it's just separating.
Yes. So, looking at this, I'm like right in the middle. I don't even want to say yay. I don't want to say yay. I don't know that it's necessarily a nay.
It's not.
The
it's not
basics are
bad.
there.
Yeah.
I actually like this little trick of using petroleum jelly.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Never thought about that. So
This
that's
probably
a cool little
makes
trick.
it easier to clean up.
Yeah, it just helps keep
Super
the
easy.
epoxy from getting on things you don't want it on.
Which I
Right?
usually do. Get
Yeah.
it all over everything.
So with a little edge separation, you definitely want to put a little epoxy in there.
Mhm.
If you have the right sidewall, like a lot of sidewalls are P-Tex material actually.
Yeah.
You could use a little P-Tex if you wanted, if it was something small, but I think the epoxy is the way to go.
Agreed.
Waterproofing, keeps it all good. Some things he said was like the Gorilla Glue epoxy makes me think it might be a 5-minute setting epoxy.
Yeah.
If you're talking about an edge delam, I'd probably use a 24-48 hour cure.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and then heat it up a little bit so it would seep
It
in.
seems- Another thing that I would super strongly recommend is get a clamp.
Oh,
like clamp
100%.
that down so that way when you pull it off, like it is sealed and set
Yes.
the way you want. Because if it's not clamped, like you might seal it, but you might still have a gap in there, you know?
Yep. 100%. You don't know how far that gap goes, and depending on if your ski like were to look like this, you would even then have a little raised portion possibly, and when you go to base grind it, you're going to see that there's a raised side on the inside part, on the side of your edge. So I agree. A clamp, using a clamp and a file to just or something flat to clamp it down.
I'm almost curious if this here is his hit,
Oh.
and this line
Yep.
is the repair.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I'm thinking. Like that's the hit, and then this line is what really he filled in. That would make more sense than what I thought, which was this line.
Yep. It is hard to tell now with edge repairs. This is why you can't do them in a shorts video
Yes.
very well, because there is a lot of like analysis that goes into this, right? Because especially as somebody, if you're servicing someone else's skis, you don't want to do it wrong and then have their ski get water damage and come back because you didn't do a quality repair.
Or heaven forbid, your repair isn't good enough. They hit something really hard that their ski used to be able to handle, and now it can't handle it, and they get hurt.
Yes,
You know?
right.
That's
So-
like my worst nightmare.
Yep. Looks like that you're right. They'd probably hit their edge on a rock, and you can see that where it just kind of tore part of that P-Tex sidewall out. So I would probably go about fixing that a little bit with some structure, maybe adding some P-Tex or epoxy to that, and then definitely filling in the crack. If it is a crack in your P-Tex that's over like 6 inches, I mean, I'm going to go as far as to say like you may want to look at getting a new ski.
Yeah.
Like depending on how far that crack goes, you don't, if you can't see how deep it is, like I wouldn't bother with it to be honest with you. So, all right.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like flat.
Middle. That
right.
one was interesting though.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's try this extreme base repair.
He's got I'm pretty sure that is a, oh man, Never Summer shirt that guy's got on.
Yep.
So my Never Summer shirt.
Hey,
Let's
there you
go.
go. Yep. Got some Never Summer. It looks like they both have Never Summer shirts. So let's see. This is for extreme snowboarding specific.
Yes.
Let's see what we got.
Hey, it's Vince Sanders. We're here in the Never Summer factory. I've got my man Justin
I've been there,
Blair
dude.
here, a 26-year veteran at Never Summer Industries. When most shop techs are playing checkers, this guy is playing chess with repair. Today
well,
we've
that's
got a
amazing.
board with a really bad core gouge. Now Justin has access to all our materials that he can go and get base material, this and that, so he does some amazing patchwork. We have our own factory, so we can do that. We're not just a design group sitting in some offices on the beach. We build the boards so we can fix them, keep them out of landfills, and keep them on the snow. We've been using a super durable
Holy
base
cow.
material that's made here in the
This is
U.S. for
extreme.
30
Yes, this
some
is
years,
next level.
and it also shows, how well these dies hold up. This core gouge went all the way through, and this die is still stuck. So we have some strong bonding here, but obviously we need to fix this boy and get it back on the snow.
Wow.
Okay.
That was next level repair.
That was pretty interesting.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. No one is going to have all that equipment, all those supplies, right? They were in the Never Summer factory using Never Summer supplies, using Never Summer equipment. And obviously Austin and I are blown away by the repair itself.
Great job.
I couldn't do that unless I was there.
Oh yeah, I will say. He went as far as to doing the correct design to match everything back to the board. In general, so what we saw was a base patch, right? Versus a
And you could see him
base
pulling
weld.
the old base off.
Exactly, right? So there are some things to talk about with that because there are times shops do need to do a base patch. Quality, actually I would say a base patch is oftentimes the better way to go. It's just not always necessary, right? So for a long hit like that, it's going to be really hard to get one piece of base weld to stick in and hold, which is why he's going the extra mile, doing all the paint matching, and he's just cutting out a larger piece and then using an epoxy and a press to just flatten that and keep it down.
So let me ask you this. What would you quote a repair that big?
with a with the
With a
patch,
patch.
the way they
Well,
like.
hit me with the patch versus base weld.
Yeah.
Would they be different?
Yes. The patch is, I mean, really what this is like the quality of work is what you're going into
Right.
and making sure there's no gaps and edges in it, like in the repair itself. I would say, I mean, you're going to have a $45 base like fee,
Yeah.
right? And then with material, I'd be adding probably another 30, 40 bucks on it.
And then a full tune on top of that.
The full tune will be with the 45.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I'd be saying probably about 75, 80 bucks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Actually, not terrible.
That's not bad.
Yeah, right. Now with a base weld, you'd be probably looking more like 65. So
Yeah.
it really though is it doesn't depend as much on the cost as does the shop have the material.
Right. Yes, I agree.
No.
Okay. I like
All right.
that breakdown.
Let's see. We will make a few more videos to show you guys how we do our personal ski repairs, not just P-Tex. I mean, what you're going to find on YouTube is really basic P-Tex, waxing, and doing maybe some light edge work.
Yeah.
As far as like sharpening your edges. I have seen a few things on like fixing edges. We'll show you a little bit of this.
Yeah.
You know,
And techniques that we've tried and have tested and continue to go back to because they worked.
yes. And you know, I've had some of these where it even changes into ski sales. I've sold used skis just by doing quality repairs. So stay tuned for our videos on those, so we can show you guys how to do proper ski repair, snowboard repair, and boot repair.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks again for tuning in, joining us on this reaction video, and continue following us here on YouTube. Listen to our podcast,
Drop a like, subscribe.
all that fun jazz.
Yes.
And make sure to journey with us further into the pine.
See you guys.